musket. My son's Capricorn, man. Relax. Puro Chicano U-turn. Well, we're here at home. We had a good time. Excuse me, guys. We had a good time yesterday. My sister's house. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my cuñado. Pinche cuñado, cabrón. This fool, bad dude. Blinker. We're gonna get my cuñado Blinker one day. We're gonna get this guy. We're gonna go ahead and interview him. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to him. Mi cuñado, the people that was right there. His cuñado too. I'm gonna try to get him in here too. Merry Christmas, brother. Base Bob. What's up? Orale. Yeah. You see my musket? My son's musket? This is a cap gun, dude. He really wanted it. So I bought it for him. This is I already had this maybe like about a year or something like that. My son's. But yeah, man, I had a little bit of Modelos last night. I drank a little bit. Yeah, my son, I think I got him into the old kind of guns and stuff like that, a little bit. Since I've been buying these black powder pistols, since I'm unable to buy some over here in California, they're unable to get me none because I was stupid traffic ticket as a juvenile. Do you believe that? I'm unable to buy a freaking protect my family. And grandma's been telling me there's been some fools been um they've been coming in here. They've been coming inside the house, and she's been getting a little concerned now. She's been locking the freaking door, and she's telling me that there's somebody that's been coming in here, and because I know there was this one fool, pinche drama. Shout out to drama. He's out there somewhere. This guy, sometimes I let him stay in the freaking truck, right here in the drive-through, right here in the driveway. That boy, it was homeless, man. So now I come out and give him a plate of food or something like that. So I let him stay there a couple of days, a couple of times. The grandma's like, nah, I don't have nobody no more in here, man, because that other silhouette that I saw last night, the other night, it was a bald guy, and I don't know who he was. And I'm like, Mom, you can't tell the difference between a pinche Latino and a Hispanic and a freaking African American? Because she couldn't tell me. I was like, no, I just saw, Mom, like, you gotta tell me who it is, man. It's like you gotta know who these people are. Like, if now if it's a food like because a lot of the foods that I talk to is some are African American and some are Hispanic, because there's a lot of out here. We got a lot of Central Americans. They're not necessarily Mexican. They're most of them are from Honduras, from El Salvador, Nicaragua. So they're not even you know they're not Mexican, or Chicanos, because most Chicanos like me, we do have our family, and we do got a place to stay and stuff like that, or we look for it. But a lot of these guys are just they're coming through, they're coming through, thanks to the politicians and everybody that I'm not gonna lie too, my family, a lot of my family did come over here legally too, California, but some of my family members were actually you know they had money, my mi tío Hilario, he was an individual that had money. He had properties out over here, and right here in the United States, right here in South Central, he had properties. So a lot of the people that used to come from over there, like my mother, she came with all her kids after her husband was they murdered her husband, and she got together with his nephew, which was my dad, a crazy mother lover, crazy mechanic dude that just I guess they just click. My dad was a bad boy. I guess that explains me being a freaking Looney Tune sometimes, eh? And my kids being Looney Tunes too, man. Them little fools are little Looney Tunes, man. Sometimes they I'm like, dude, what are you doing? and they're all right there laughing with their little, But yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I heard what you call it, this guy's over there. He was over there in my hometown. He was over there in our hometown over there. What you call it, Evan, dude, the Kangman. That fool's over there watching the freaking butterflies flying around like this, dude. And Michoacan. That's where we're from. We're from Michoacan. That's where our family's from. We're all from over there. We all came from over there. We're like it's like in the middle of Mexico. So we have like a lot of we have I think I believe I know we have Mexico City, we have Guadalajara, we have Guanajuato, we have Guerrero, and maybe some other states. There's like a lot of there's a lot of states over there that border Michoacan. It's like a sort of a landlocked. Uh, it's a very landlocked state. However, we got access to the ocean. Acapulco's right there next to where we're from too. Acapulco, Acapulco, is very famous for the beach life and all that stuff over there. A lot of people go there. No, dude, it's for reals. Yeah, yeah, dude. We're from over there. We're from the state of Michoacan, like the capital. Most of them are from. I'm telling you because they had some money. Um, they're from the capital, Morelia, Morelia, Morelia. It's where you have all these forests and all that stuff, man. So he's over there, dude. He's over there where we're from, like the actual. I'm sure he's right there in the city where we're from too, because in Morelia, that's where you have all the freaking butterflies. You go to the forest. They call it el campo. They call it the el bosque, which is like the forest. It's like the woods, and that's you go over there to the woods, and my one of my tias, they have a very beautiful a very beautiful ranch, dude, like a rancho, dude. They live in a rancho, and very beautiful, dude. You have to walk a long ways to where they have their spot, the patches of alfalfa, and where they have all these. I've been there one time, dude, when I was a kid. I think I was like 12 or 14 or something like that. And so I went down there, and we were over there cutting alfalfa, dude. For the freaking for the cows. But they had this beautiful made out of rock, dude. Like they just piled up a bunch of rocks, dude, and that was a freaking house with a bunch of wood. That was a house, and they were next to this lagoon, dude. Like the cows and everything. You go in there in the lagoon, dude, and they had like this big old huge lagoon, dude. And you could see on the other side, like when it started getting dark, you could see little lights here and there. That was Guadalajara on the other side of the lagoon because it's a big old huge lagoon, and they had like traps, dude, like on the water where they had traps where they actually get these mojarras. Mojarras, they're what do you call them in English? The a mojarra is a freaking a fish that has like spines in its back like this. Um, they're very popular. A mojarra. You go to a place and they'll fry your freaking mojarra out here over here in East LA. A lot of people, a lot of these foods are it's like a delicacy, a fish that it might be a little bony, dude, but that man, it got a lot of meat in it too. So the foods will eat it. Um, that's what you'll find right there in that lagoon. A lot of freaking you'll find some catfish, and you'll find that mojarra. Right now, it's escaping me right now, dude. I'm freaking my brain is kind of fried, dude, from last night. They gave me this little thing. I think it's called es 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 espitote or espito espote espizote or something like that. It was like a tequila, dude. It was so smooth, dude. I drank it straight because them fools were like they were like doing like Bloody Marys or whatever. That's what they were doing, and they were all like drinking it with ice and chasers. My brother-in-law, his brother-in-law, his sister, my sister. I mean, my sister, which is my brother-in-law, Pinche Blinker's wife, sister, and then my nephew, which is his kid, Andy, and his wife, and they all got together and they did like a little brindis. And I'm like, okay, well, salud. I said that, it's salud. And I didn't get no chaser, dude. They just gave it to me like that. You tell me when. The food just kept pouring and kept pouring. Like, all right, there. Like, filled it up half, filled the cup halfway. One of those little 12 ounces. 12 ounce clear cups. You have when you're doing a party. Man, this fool filled it up, dude. And when I drank it, okay, all right, salud. I drank it. It was so smooth, dude. It was like, and I was like, dude, I can't really drink this right now, dude. Like, I'm gonna probably have a seizure, so I'm gonna have to limit myself when I'm gonna drink this. Um, so I did. That was the one and only. I probably had another drink, maybe another shot, but that was it because I started to drink some of the modelos. My brother-in-law only had a couple of them, and so he went with the guy. I guess there's a guy that lives right there with them. I guess his his niece's. I guess his niece lives right there with them. His niece and her husband. There's one big guy with his hair slicked like that to the side and everything. Looks all nice, clean cut guy. He looks like he's freaking. He looks like he's from Argentina or something, dude. Like from Argentina or something, dude. He's like, and he looks, or he could even be Italian, dude. He looks Italian. He's a big dude, but like tall guy, but like the way he looks, and I'm brown, dude. So and I'm, practically of all the people that were right there, dude, I'm the only freaking brown guy. So go figure, man. My sister's not even. My sister, she's like the lightest one of them all. Oh, my sister Estrella. She got colored eyes. Her eyes are like hazel. She's light skinned, and she used to paint her hair blonde all the time, and she's starting to doing it now again. And she's only like about 5'1", because my mother, she's only not even 5 foot. She's like 4'11". Grandma, shout out to grandma. And I'm 5'8", dude. My pops was only 5'8", 5'9", something like that. Grandpa, rest in peace. And so I'm not a terribly tall guy either. And I'm only like what, like right now I'm probably like 175, 180. I take care of myself. Uh, but at one point I was 245 pounds at one time, right when I was like eating everything, man, and everything and anything and everything, dude. I was doing carne asadas with the wife and with the kids and everything like that, man. Taking these foods, man. Taking these little weasels to the pinche park all the time to go make some carne asada, make them some hamburgers and some hot dogs and all that stuff, man. And then I was working in the junkyard, so it was like a very demanding job, physically. And shout out to everybody over there in the junkyard, man. I miss those guys, man. I really do. I miss those guys. I just disappeared, dude. I just got the workers' comp, dude, and I disappeared. You know, because they didn't want me back over there. I mean, they I go over there, dude. They'll probably lynch me, and then they're Jewish, the owners. So go figure. They'll take me out or something, dude. No pun intended, of course, but you can't mess with a Jewish guy's money. Can't do that. And fools want their money, and they're stingy about it, even though they're millionaires. For them, freaking 50, $60,000. That's a lot of money for them, even though it's really not for when you're a millionaire. But when you got fu money, to get rid of. But anyway, that's another story or something else. But yeah, man, thank you whoever's out there checking us out. God bless you, man. God bless you guys. Puro Chicano U-turn, puro Merry Christmas. Yeah, so we kicked it over there at my sister's house, man. They got some gifts and stuff like that. Like this is for my daughter. From I guess it says here from Allison, my daughter's name. Shout out to my daughter. She stood over there. Look, it says from Tio Paul and from Tia Estrella Star. That's my sister. So she's the lightest one of them all, of all my sisters. And we only have one sister that's dark, like me, and that's the last sister of them all, Rafaela, and she's over here. Shout out to her. She got with some beta guy, I guess. Or I don't know who the guy is. I probably met him one time or something. Because she was with the Peruano, from guy from Peru. She married him and everything, and they were together. But then they just had problems, man. And she stood in the same freaking house. And now the Now the guy that she's with today is living right there with him, and where that fool was living at, where they were living together. And here's the kicker, man. Her her father-in-law is a freaking next door neighbor. So you have the grandpa of the kids, because they had three kids, uh, three daughters. They had three daughters. Right now, they're probably like they're already above teenagers. They're already out of school and all that stuff. But that fool was doing some crazy stuff to my sister, man. You know what that fool was doing, man? That fool would go over there, dude, and that fool would start like going to her job to harass her, dude. Going over there and deflate her freaking tire. There was a one time they said, "Hey, there was this guy, man, who was like taking some freaking air out of your tire." And they look back in the cameras because she was working in this Chinese food store, this Chinese food store where they sell Chinese food. And, my sister's a good looking girl too, man. She got colored eyes, she got green eyes and everything. She's dark skinned, baby. She's short too. She's like about 5'1", 5'2", maybe like 100. And she is kind of on the heavy side, but she's like in the good heavy side. Like she's good looking, even though she's kind of heavyish, maybe like 180 or maybe two, you know, and stuff like that. And so she's that weight, and she's right there. But hey, honey, how you doing? Much love to you too, man. I appreciate you and your support every time, man. I really do. I think about you a lot too, man. Even though we've never really had a mutual conversation yet. I say yet, because obviously I guess the distance or something. I don't know why my phone does some funny stuff. I guess it's only national, or unless I get a phone call from 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 the outside, maybe I can get it. I don't know. Um, but this phone too, like I don't live on an area code of 323. That was like a made up area code they started making for the phones. But originally, this whole area right here in LA was 213, area code 213. So my phone is 213. So 213 right now, it only applies to anything that has to do with downtown LA. So 213 is my yeah. So I might have given it to you wrong or something, eh? So my number is actually 213, the area code. So if I don't know if I gave it to you correctly or not. I might have given it to you because I was still kind of learning it too myself. Because I just got this phone, probably have maybe like 2 months with it. So, and then my father-in-law is the one that gave me this phone. It's under his name and everything. Also, I gave it to you correctly then. So it was 213. Yeah, yeah. Because if I gave you 323, that was the wrong one. It was 312. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Damn, if I gave it to you like that. That's totally wrong. Oh my lord. Yeah. So now you can call me now. I guess you could. It'll be 213 for sure. Yeah. So yeah. So I was telling you guys, we're that punk was going over there harassing my sister, and then one day they found this fool. Um, they found this fool on the camera, dude. They found this fool on the camera bending down, dude, and like taking a freaking air of the tire. And I told my sister, why didn't you tell me that before, man? I would go over there and take care of this fool, man. He was always my friend. We hanged out. We still, we still get drunk and get blasted in his house and all that stuff. And 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 we used to kick it all the time. Oh man, I have to apologize, man. 312. What the heck? Damn, I must have been something. Yeah, man. I don't know. I must have been scrabbling or something, eh? I'm so sorry, man. That sounds like a 312. I think it sounds like somewhere in New York or something, eh? Or somewhere in, I don't know. Oh no, it's 212. It's New York. 212 is New York. The 213 is it's LA, or 323 they use out here. 323, and then you have a like a Santa Ana area. They have the 714, 714, and the 612 or something like that, somewhere in San Diego or something like that. My sister lives out there. Shout out to my sister Angelica, my sister Monica, and shout out to all my nephews over there, my nieces down there too. So yeah, it's the so yeah, they so what I heard was that his dad of all people, man, the dad caught wind of it that he was harassing his own, harassing her. So he goes over there and he has a couple of nephews, right? So they go over there and they found this fool in a freaking bar with some chicks, with a bunch of hookers. Because that fool was about that life too. And he was a painter, so this fool was making really good money, working on his own. He was working on his own behalf. I used to go work with him too, man. I used to go over there and work with him. After work, we go over there and have a couple of beers in the 7-Eleven. So he was like sort of my friend. So I think I would have probably never. I would. Yeah, that's why I never really got involved because I was like, man, I'm not gonna hit who I consider a friend. Whatever beef you guys have, that's between you guys. That has nothing to do with me. And rightfully so. So he has a couple of nephews go over there, found him in a feature bar and to beat the crap out of him. So they jumped him. They jumped my brother-in-law, man. They kicked his ass over there, man. They did. They put a number on him, dude. And and so I never got involved. So thank God I never got involved because if I would have gotten involved, it would have been a different story. And then me being a former fighter and everything, dude, man, I could literally kill you, man. You know, that's why I never get into no fights, man, because I could hurt you bad. Not to try to brag or nothing like that, dude, or not to try to brag or anything like that, man. But I could literally, if I get you in a stranglehold, it's over. A rear naked choke, or I grab you a bulldog choke or something. You might not even wake up. You know, but usually I won't get into a grappling match if I can just keep you at the my my pinky on my foot. I'm good right there. Because I can kick your lights out too. I could still, believe it or not, man. I should probably look. I'm gonna start doing some. I'm gonna put my punching bag. I'm gonna start getting in real good shape. This year is coming up, and I'm gonna try to get rid of this beach seizure thing, man, because I had another bad seizure, man, about 2 weeks ago. I was sitting right there I was right here I was eating. It was like around 10 or 11 at night. I was eating a bowl of cereal. I was eating the food, and then I had a bowl of cereal that I was gonna eat afterwards, so I can go to sleep. And my daughter was here, and so I had a big time seizure, man. They told me that grandma said that my boys told me, hey, no, you just let out a big old yell, ah, or something. I just yelled like really loud, and then I started like sounding like I was choking, and then next thing you know, I see grandma looking at me, and she was like, "Are you okay? Are you all right? You're fine." And I looked at her and I got mad. I was like, "Yeah, why are you asking, man? I'm all right. What's the matter?" But she didn't tell me. Not until later on, they told me, my son told me, hey, "Yeah, boy, you had one of those things, man. One of those, one of those seizures again." Serious, man? I didn't believe him. And so yeah, I had one of those. Looks like I had one of those again, man. So I'm gonna try to beat myself out of it or something. So I'm gonna get myself in real good shape. Even though I consider myself in okay shape right now, I'm really sore because I take the boys to the park. I tend to do some push-ups and do some calisthenics or whatever they call them. Use my own body weight, and so I could still kick above my head. I'm only 5'8", like I said, but if you're 6 foot tall, I can still hit your face with a front kick, a side kick, or a hooking kick. Either one, I can still get you. So if I can keep you at the end of that, if you're taller than me, you got a longer reach than me, you're trying to fight me, better make sure you're tucking in that chin, dude. Because if I hit you with that front kick, dude, it's good. Have you seen those guys get kicked with a front kick, man? For example, what's this guy's name? One guy that was notorious for doing that was what you call it, Anderson Silva. And then And then you had Steven Seagal try to get credit of it. So I taught him that kick, man. I taught him that. You know, when I was doing that kick, man, I was doing that kick way before all them fools, man. That was actually my specialty, my front kick, my specialty. Since I was a youngster, I was a teenager, I perfected, I mastered that kick because I was doing um, I started with martial arts, and then I got into competition with boxing. So when I started to learn more of the art of boxing, that's when I went to the boxing. That's when I started getting my ass kicked, by professionals, and I started kicking their ass too. The professionals, amateurs and professionals. Some of them fools were undefeated, and I was right there whooping their ass, man, from pillar to post. And I was only like about 15 years old, 15, 16 years old, and these fools couldn't hang with me because I had speed and power. And not only that, every time I come from school, I'll pop in a video. And I still have my library right there in that closet over there. I got this, and they're all VHS tapes too, man. By the way, I gotta digitalize them or something. But I got like hours and hours and hours of boxing, thanks to my teacher that I had back in the days. He had a black box, one of those black boxes, and so there was a fight going on. He'll put it in the other room, and he'll go ahead and record it for me. You know, one of those VHS cassettes that had like about 12 hours on it. So I have like a lot of videos, and I'll be watching boxing all day long. Believe it or not, I'll go over there, smoke a joint, and I'll be watching it. I was tripping out on it, and I was just trying to perfect my craft, and I did. How they got away from the punches and everything. Because at first I was just getting my butt kicked, man. You know, I couldn't move. I didn't know how to, like, what to expect. And then after that, who's would throw me this punch, right hand, boom. The left hook's coming. So they'll throw your right hand, you'll block it, and then the left hook comes in around. You don't know if it's gonna go to the body, to the head. You got it right here blocked, or you duck under it, and then next thing you know, you're behind him. And that's what I was doing to them. So they were punching me, and they were throwing me, trying to get me in the corner, and next thing you know, I'm right behind them, pushing them, push them against the ropes, like, yeah, fool, I got you right here, dude. I could have hooked you right here if I wanted to, hit you back of the head, or it was a real street fight, you know, I would have got your neck, I would have got you. But Bruce Lee was somebody that that I was, John Claude Van Damme. John Claude Van Damme was somebody that I actually looked up to a lot. But because he was also a karate guy. He did competition, you know. But Bruce Lee obviously was my idol and all that stuff back then. Obviously, I don't believe in idols anymore, you know, only in the man upstairs. But yeah, no, that's how I learned how to, train and box and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna do my last hurrah. I'm gonna just get myself in real good shape. And if I can get one of these YouTubers, man, to come out there, man, or I can get a fight, I'm gonna start trying to pick a fight with one of those. If I get pick a fight with one of those guys and make me a couple $1,000s, a couple $100,000 with them fools, why the heck not? Why the heck not? Now if I can do, I'm just gonna go over there and kick their ass. Gonna throw one punch. That's it. Knock them out and collect my paycheck. And who's next? If I was probably as big as one of the Paul brothers, I'll be picking a fight with one of them fools. But I'm too small for them. I'll still fight them. I don't care. I'll still fight them like this. If they let me go in there at 160, 165, like a super middleweight, because the last time Jake Paul fought, he was 199. He can come in at that weight. I don't care. As long as I get that bag, I'm cool, man. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll go in there, man, and I'll start smacking. Because I know I got the punching power to knock fools out like that too. And he's gonna try to knock me out, obviously, but I'm just gonna be trying to, I'm gonna be too fast. I'm gonna be moving around. Just gotta get myself in real good shape, even though I'm already 42. But I gotta make it worth it. I don't feel like I'm 42, man. To be honest, I don't feel like I'm 42. Um, Sometimes I do, but I could still jump. I could still jump pretty high trying to get these. Sometimes we pass through lemon trees or these orange trees, man. I'm over there hopping, trying to get these things. And I remember at one time I was doing that. I was training to hop like that. Um, we were doing some training with this guy that Hector. His name was Hector. He was Puerto Rican from New York, and I don't know whatever happened to him, man. He was a guy used to go to his house, man, and I met his wife and his kids and everything. Bet you they're all big now. And he was a he was a strength and conditioning coach way before it was like even popular to for any athlete, any boxing athlete to get one. You know, a strength and conditioning coach. Everybody was just doing boxing like Sugar Ray Leonard, just straight up boxing. They weren't doing none of those uh, crazy workouts like that. I was doing that already. I had a strength and conditioning coach, and I had my boxing coach on top of that. So that's why I was doing pretty good. But man, but yeah, man, I'm gonna try to get my brother-in-law over here, man. I'm gonna try to get him. I'm gonna try to get his brother-in-law so we can go ahead and interview these guys. I'm gonna try to get some people, some other people that I try to get, obviously because a lot of the holidays and we're not ready yet. But we're gonna try to get some of these guys so that can entertain you guys a little bit with with their stories, 'cause they got a lot of stories to say. So, oh, excuse me. So yeah, guys, man, you listen, man. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. I'm gonna come back pretty soon again. I would say maybe Friday. I'll try to come back Friday, man. I had a lot of problems with this freaking this. I had lost track. I had lost track of time and everything, dude. I was just like I was all over the freaking place, man. You know, I had lost track of time and everything, and I was feeling under the weather too, and but yeah. But shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Honey, man. Shout out to Basic Bob. Shout out to everybody in that community over there. Shout out to the Kang Man. Shout out to my brother from another mother. Este Johnny Hash Brown, Compita, también, Slab City, Slab City TV, and everybody else out there. So you guys take care, man, and we'll come back soon again. And yeah, so we just had a good time over there at my brother-in-law's house. I didn't black out. That was a good thing. I didn't drink that much. Well, I drank some, maybe a six pack, but other than that, I was okay. You know, I came back home and I was okay. I was looking for something, dude, and I couldn't find it. Like I might have dropped it, and even the lighter that I had, I dropped it too. I don't know what the heck I do with it. Anyways, it disappeared, and I had called. Oh yeah, man, I spoke to some dude that I hadn't spoken in a long, long time. They call this food tijeritas or little scissors because that was he cuts hair. I met him when I was with the wife, and I used to get my haircut from that fool. Wilson, he calls himself Wilson. So pinche Wilson, he's from El Salvador, by the way. That fool told me he's in Houston. He didn't remember me. And then I told him, yeah, fool, it's Steve, man. Don't you remember me? He was like, oh, Steve, yeah, fool, you used to do a lot of things for me, man. What's up? You're my brother, fool. You're my brother. And he kept saying, I'm his brother. And if I can get him out here, or if I can send him some money, he was asking me for money. Like, fool, don't you owe me money, fool? I was like, you owe me money, fool. I think you owe me money, motherfucker. He said, that's why I'm calling collect, fool. And that fool started laughing. And then yeah, so I spoke to him. I spoke to a couple other guys too. You know, my father-in-law too. I called him. He's gonna get operated from his eyes. So I called him and said shout out to everybody, some other people too. So talk to you guys later, man. PUROChicanoUTurn. Talk to you guys later on, man. You guys take care. Happy holidays to everybody. Love you guys. Next time, Puro Chicano.